Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a really different kind of superhero. See, he didn't start in a comic book like Spider-Man or Superman. He was a real person. Pretty cool, right? Let's find out more. So let me ask you a question. When you picture a superhero, is it usually someone from a story? Or do you think a real person, a person you could actually meet, could be a superhero too? It's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Well, guess what? In Mexico, the answer to that question is a huge yes. And today, we're going to meet the man who proves it. His name was El Santo, which actually means the saint in English. Okay, so to really get his story, we have to start at the beginning. Who was this guy, the man behind the mask, before he became this huge hero?
El Santo was something called a luchador in Mexico, and he got super famous way back in the 1940s. So you might be wondering, what exactly is a luchador?
Well, a luchador is a professional wrestler from Mexico. And what makes them so special is that they often wear these amazing, really colorful masks. The mask is a huge part of who they are. It's like a symbol of their honor. And El Santo, for example, he always wore his famous silver mask. That was his look. And he was an unbelievable wrestler. I mean, he won so many matches that people were just wild about him. That's just a way of saying that everybody loved him and got so excited to watch him wrestle. He was a massive star.
But being a great wrestler was really just the start of his story. What happened next is how he went from just being a famous man to becoming a true legend.
So his journey from man to legend kind of happened in a few steps. He started out in the wrestling ring, right, as a super popular athlete. Then, because everyone loved him so much, he became a hero in comic books. And finally, he made it to the big screen as a movie star.
Now, in these stories and movies, El Santo wasn't just a wrestler anymore. Oh no, he was a full-on superhero. He had special abilities. He had amazing strength, which means he was incredibly strong. He had quickness, so he could move super fast. And he had agility, which means he could move his body really easily and gracefully, kind of like a cat. So, why is this story so important? I mean, why are we still talking about El Santo all these years later? It's all because of this cool mix between the real man and the fictional hero.
Let's look at it this way. Let's compare him to a superhero like Batman. Was Batman a real person? Nope. And where did he start? In comic books. Okay, now what about El Santo? Was he a real person? Yes, he totally was. And his story started in a real-life wrestling ring. See the difference? And that right there is what makes El Santo so special. He was a real person that fans could actually go see and cheer for. But at the same time, he was also this awesome superhero in all these exciting stories. He was real and imaginary all at once. And that brings me to a final question for you. El Santo was a real-life hero from Mexican culture. So can you think of a hero from your own culture here in Taiwan? Is there someone from history, or maybe even someone alive today, who was a real person but also feels like a superhero? That's a great question to think about. Thanks for exploring this really cool story with me.